Hi, I'm Liz. I wanted to share with you an activity of sorts that I did with my son today, Finn. Finn is 2.5, so part of this he kind of got and part of it not so much. So it's kind of for multiple ages, but probably something really good for kids and people who are home with those kids while schools are closed. So today we're going to be talking about trees. So anything that you might need for this is really kind of optional depending on how you take it. But for the drawing part, so anything to draw on, access to look out a window or to go on a stroll at some point to be able to see trees. A video like the one behind me would also be useful. That's a YouTube clip. Trees in the Wind, I believe it's called, it's a 10-hour video, so you could have it on for a while. There is a good YouTube video about, so yeah, you'll need YouTube, you'll need access to Netflix, but that's actually really optional. That's kind of an additional thing. Paper, something to draw on, note. It could be just like an old, I don't know, cereal box, but maybe the inside brown part, but that could also work. So the video that's on YouTube is called How Trees Talk Secretly to Each Other. It's not very long. It's National Geographic that put that out. There are some great songs. I'm going to post a link, but one of them is If I Were a Tree, What a Tree I'd Be. So you can find it on YouTube. It's actually, I didn't know this, but it's celebrating one of the Jewish holidays that was in February actually, but it's a good song. And as I say that, shout out to the Jewish General Hospital in Montreal, who is is the main adult facility right now, dealing with the COVID-19 issue. And my mom's a social worker there, and there's just such an amazing team at the Jewish. I personally, my husband just found the support there just amazing. So shout out to them. There is also a great Sesame Street, it's Sesame Street Fashion Show Report with Ernie, so you can check that out, and it's awfully cute. For a scavenger hunt, what you could ask your kids to do is to look outside or go for a walk, to count the trees that you see if there are different kinds of animals, how many that are in the trees, and see if you can find an acorn or a pine cone. Some snack ideas, cauliflowers and broccoli, apples, and seeds of sorts, so pumpkins, sunflowers, anything like that. So that's kind of the manual of sort to start. And if you wanted to see one of the paintings that Finn and I did together, this is what we ended up producing. So, I had already had the canvas, no pressure, you can really use anything. And I had painted the back because I had leftover wall paint and figured at some point I'd do something, and that some point was today. So Finn, the red was a lot of red apples, and he was requesting all the colors at different points, and he, I think, did a really good job. But yeah, we did it together, and it was a lot of fun. So have fun with it. No pressure to use paint, of course. Yeah. Another thing that's a great tool would be the, that flips over, but it's called I Am Peace. So I'm also going to share with you the video for that, the story. So I'm going to read it to you. Another great one is, again, How Things Grow. So there's some great pictures in there. And just to show you, for an acorn, what does an acorn become? It becomes an oak tree. And then, of course, there's a lot of other ones, but I'm going to find you, because we're talking about trees. Don't worry, we can talk about seeds and other things at any point. But here we go. Pine cone becomes a pine tree. All right, so if you're looking outside, those are good pictures to reference maybe as people are looking outside. I wanted to do a counting exercise. The other video that you can show is Dora the Explorer. I think it was season 1, episode 22, and it was the chocolate tree. So there's some counting practice in that, and there's always some bit of movement. Dora wants you to reach or jump sometimes, so it's always good. The numbers will be backwards, I realize, so I think I'm gonna go and skip that for now. But what I wanted to show was the feature would be the number 5 backwards. So we'll go like this. Number 5. So counting trees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you count the ones behind me, well, there's a whole other bunch. So I wanted to also share this film. You can get it on YouTube. It's called Taking Root, The Vision of Wangari Maathai. So it's a really, it's a wonderful story about the Kenyan's Greenbelt movement and its founder. Just seeing the ecological issues in her country and then doing something about it. So it's probably great for a number of different subject areas. I highly recommend it. So Taking Root, it's called. So for this portion, I want to wish you a good day. What I hope is that you feel connections together and that you'd encourage to do this with your kids. And in videos, anyone that you can't connect with in person, maybe reach out to them like this, sending them a picture or video chatting, especially with the grandparents or your parents that you can't see. Here we go, connecting with them, and I'll connect with you too. This is a good exercise. 2 kids, or you with your kid, going like this, and leaning one way and other way, like that, as if your tree's swaying in the branches. So there's lots of things that you can do, and I encourage you to be creative too, and search online, see how many trees you might even have in your own house. When I was preparing for this, I guess I shouldn't be surprised because I really am like nature, but I found my earrings, my shirt, storybooks, all kinds of things with trees in my own house. So yeah, it'll be a scavenger hunt indoors too. Wish you guys well. Hope this is helpful. And yeah, thanks for staying connected.